Good morning, students.
But ma'am,
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning. You're able to see my screen?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the other day we were trying to write some queries. Let's continue with that because I want you all to learn how queries can be written because what I see in your internals is your performance isn't great in terms of the last question that I had given you all to write a query. Many of you all have not written correct. Okay. I'm putting in the chat box. Try to write this query. This the passengers traveling. I think this is where we stopped traveling by a particular train. So particular train means you can mention any train, okay, on let's say 5th July 2021. I want you all to write this query and put it in the chat box. This one class I will be doing only queries. From next class we will move with the syllabus. So I want you all to really try this. Are you all able to see the schema?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
can you read it?
Yeah, yeah. Write the query and put it in the chat box. List the passengers traveling by a particular train on 5th July 2021. See, unless you try writing, it will be difficult for you all. You have to do it on your own. I can keep giving you all the queries, help you with every query possible. But when will you learn? Are you all able to write? Take your time. Do no hurry. Yes. Anybody able to write it? Which table you have to access? Anyone able to write?
Ma'am, you have to take like the passenger PNR and the reservation PNR, no, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Only the PNR will give you the details of which passenger has booked all the trains and all that stuff, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Why, Lavanya, why you have taken available date? Can you explain your query?
Ma'am, train available on this date like that, ma'am.
No, I don't want which train available on which date. Have I asked you that? List the passengers who are traveling. They are traveling means they have already booked the tickets, no?
Okay, ma'am.
Departure time, how can it be 5th July, Rupak? I've asked for date, no? I've told whoever is traveling on 5th July 2021. How can time be 2021? Sorry, how can time be 5th July? Rupak, check your query.
Okay, ma'am. I thought that the departure time and all the date and time is included in that, ma'am. That's right.
You don't have to use reservation at all, Kishan? Don't you have to use reservation table at all? Is it not required?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I forgot to add it.
Yeah. And I have told you particular train, is it not? Where are you checking that part? All of you? None of you have written that at all. Kaushik, you also. You have to, I have told list the passengers traveling by a particular train. Where is it given? Manish, Kaushik, none of you have written that. Lavanya, check your query. Shadab, you will have to redo your query. Akrut is also fine. Akrut is okay. That query is fine. Lavanya is okay. Kaushik, you can't check reservation date equal to 57. The way you have written it may be wrong. Okay. I'll give you the next one. This is the train that runs the shortest distance. So this is the train that runs the shortest distance. I'll put you all onto the schema. Is the schema visible? Can anyone confirm to me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Write down those now. List the train that runs the shortest distance or shortest route or distance or whatever.
Ma'am, train name or train ID, ma'am?
Sorry, I didn't understand what you're asking me.
Train ID or train name, ma'am. We should
List the
explain.
train. Okay, you can list anything. Train ID is also fine. Select train ID from route where source distance is equal to minimum of source distance. No, Lavanya, no. Okay, source distance is where you are going to find out.
From route, ma'am.
Okay. Rupak, your query is wrong. Select train ID from route to where minimum. Vishnu, can you please mute Vishnu? Darshan is right. Darshan is right. Lavanya, you have to check like that because train ID becomes a foreign key in the route table. Are you getting me? You have to always check it with the primary key.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you have not done that. Darshan, you are right. Others are doing or not doing, I don't know. If you are not doing, then it's a loss for you only. Yeah. Select train name from train route. Train name, is it there in route or route में क्या है? Route, in route there is no train name nor this who says Shadab. Train name is not there in route. And minimum of r dot source distance. No, that will be wrong. No, condition is wrong, Shadab. Your condition is wrong, you will have to rewrite the query. Having r dot source distance is equal to select. Yeah, you're right. Akrut is right. Kaushik is also right. Kishan is equal to r dot train r dot train ID. I think is it a typo mistake? Should I take it like that? Having source distance is equal to select minimum of source distance from route. That's right. Except for your train ID, assuming it is a typo
Only
error.
train. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, fine. Right, good. I think a couple of you have written. Next query, I'm putting it on the chat box. List all the um, list all the traveling by. Yeah, do that. List all the senior citizens traveling by Udyan Express on 5th July 2021. Right? Okay. Try this. List all the senior citizens traveling by Udyan Express on 5th July 2021. Who is a senior citizen?
Whose age is above 60.
Above 60. Yes. What are the tables you will all have to access? Anyone? Tables?
Passenger, reservation, and user.
Passenger reservation, then?
User.
Okay. Then, that's all.
Train name.
Train name either. Train name, where is it? Which table you have to go for train name?
Train.
Train,
Train.
ma'am. Train.
Train. Passenger is required. Table is required.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. For
Yeah.
the PNR.
Correct. Yes, write it.
Ma'am, but in we're getting the age and all from the passenger table only. So do we need to consider user table also?
You decide what you should do. See, we are bothered, we are required to find out the passengers who are traveling. Where do you get the passengers detail? It is from the passenger. Right? User and passenger need not be the same, is it not? I can book a ticket for you, then I become the user, you become the passenger. Is it not? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So user age is different, passenger's age is different. Need not be the same. I can book a ticket for myself, then user and passenger are the same. I can book a ticket for you, then I become the user, you become the passenger. Select P name from train reservation or passenger P. P dot PNR R dot T dot and T name is equal to Udyan and rate is equal to and age is greater than 60. Age you are taking from where, Manish? That you have to specify very clearly. Is it not?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Since you have taken passenger P, you should mention that. Benaka, what has it written? Let me see. P dot passenger name. Train reservation, PNR, train ID, and T dot train name, and P dot age, and reservation date. Good. Benaka is right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Darshan, select T dot train name from train. You are selecting T dot train name, Darshan. That itself is wrong. I don't want to look further at all. Huh? We should display what? Passengers, no. Darshan? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I saw your message. Then Kaushik, select P dot P name from passenger P train T. Reservation R, where T dot name is equal to Udyan and Kaushik, you also have to check for train ID because there can be two trains with the same name, but there will not be two trains with the same number. Getting me? Kaushik?
Yes, ma'am, I got him.
Yeah, yeah. So you will have to check for that. Because if you say Shatabdi, there are so many Shatabdis, there are so many Rajdhani, like that. Okay, what Akrut has written, passenger name from passenger, P train reservation, P dot PNR and P dot PNR, where you are checking with what, Akrut? You have left it, where P dot PNR, you have left it blank, no? It should be written with something else. Train ID is equal to R dot train ID, T dot train name is Udyan, P age is greater than 60, date. All this is fine. Akrut, you made a mistake there. Yeah, that's fine. Kaushik is back. Yeah, that's right, Kaushik. Right. Rupak, PNR, PName. See, PNR again, Rupak, that itself is wrong. It will lead to ambiguity to SQL. PNR is available in so many tables. Is it not? Reservation also PNR is there, passenger also PNR is there. So which PNR you are trying to tell that you should mention there? You are not mentioned. P dot.
Ma'am, where P dot PNR equal to R
No,
dot
no, no,
PNR.
no, no, no. Not. I'm not saying that. Select me in select. You have just said PNR. From which table it has to take the PNR?
Okay.
Yeah. From train reservation where P dot PNR is equal to R dot PNR rest train name. Why I have given you the train name? No, why you have given XYZ? Huh? I have given you. It's Udyan Express.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't see.
Yeah. Okay, rest is okay. Right. It's good. Good effort by all of you, those who have put it here. Others, if you are doing, it's fine. Not doing, well, I cannot help much. Okay, will Shadab has put something. Let passenger reservation Udyan. Yes, right. You're right, Shadab.
Excuse me, ma'am.
But you have to check for train ID, Shadab. One minute, whoever it is. Shadab, you have to check for train ID. That's what I told previously also to someone. If you are not checking for train ID, then it will become wrong because there can be trains with the same name. For example, if I give Shatabdi, there are so many Shatabdis. There are so many Rajdhani. So you have to check for train ID and then the train name so that it will match. Rest is right. And you can't write reservation date equal to without anything like that. It's not a number. You can't write like that. Yeah, who was telling some question? I hope you heard me, Shadab.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, who told something now? I mean, was somebody trying to ask me anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Can you
tell me.
explain that PNR part, ma'am? Like you said, I didn't understand.
See, PNR, what I have asked you, list all the passengers, senior citizens who are traveling by Udyan Express, correct? So, PNR is going to give you the details of date, all that, every details will be there in your PNR, but still you have to check with for the ticket number you are trying to check. Now, this PNR, if you observe, it is there in the reservation table, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
It is there in the passenger table also, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, if you simply say, I am going to display PNR, select whatever you give after select, it is going to display. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when you say select PNR, SQL will get confused. Which PNR it has to display, whether it has to take it from reservation table or it has to take it from the passenger table. So you have to mention, let us say you have told here reservation R and passenger P. Okay. So let us say P dot PNR. You should be specific like that. Display. That's all I say.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Got it.
Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? All right. Yes. Now let's move to the next query. What can I ask you? Okay, I'm putting it in the chat box. Find the class in which maximum passengers traveled in the month of June 2021. Find the class in which maximum passengers travel. That means whether class means what? It could be first class, it could be a first class AC, it could be second class AC, it could be third class AC or sleeper class. Which class? Hope I'm clear with the query. Find the class in which maximum passengers traveled in the month of June 2021. I'll put you on to the schema. Yes. What are the tables that you'll have to access? And before I forget, I want to make an announcement that your assignments, I think I've extended the date up to July 15th. Did you all observe that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
No means okay. But I saw the other day, I had seen around 35 of them had already submitted. Though those who have not submitted, I don't want you all to give reasons as since the 3 days of internals came in between, you lost time and all that. I didn't want to do it, but then I thought, okay, from my side, there should not be any difficulty for you all. So till July 15th, I have given date for you all. Then don't come back to me saying we have lab internals and that's why I cannot submit and all that. It is more of 1.5 months time I have given almost. So no more time will be given. If you are not going to submit by July 15th, no assignments will be accepted. I mean, you cannot submit after that. That's all. And keep your copies with you when you come to college. I think sooner or later you will be coming. They will be asking you all to come for offline classes. So that time you will have to submit your assignment books. Okay, don't write here and there and throw it off. I hope I have made it very clear. Did you all hear me? Let me hear some
Yes,
yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Anyone tried writing? Want the schema? Right. Okay, I'm seeing the query here. P dot class reservation R PNR reservation like June. I told Isha Kaushik. Anyways, max of PNR from passenger. No, this is wrong, Kaushik, because when you say max of PNR, you are only trying to say the maximum number of passengers who have traveled in the month of June. I mean, you're simply taking the maximum of PNR means what? It is wrong actually. Makes no sense. Even maximum passengers will not come there. It's a wrong query, Kaushik. I think you have understood it wrongly, or I don't know what is your doubt. I asked you how many passengers have traveled, in which class the number of passengers are maximum in the month of June. Max of PNR means it makes no sense, no? We can't count and something like that, do something of that sort. It is wrong completely. Anyone else? Anyone else? What happened? I am not seeing any queries. Others? Anyone? You're having any doubts in how to analyze this query?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, what is happening here? I asked you find the class in which maximum passengers traveled. Right. So you should always consider what Akrut has written. Passenger name. No. This is wrong, Akrut. So what I have told is you have to find out the class in which the maximum passengers have traveled in the month of June. What you should do, how to go about this. Now, when you go into the passenger table, in that you have PNR. Now this PNR is going to have the all the details of the ticket. For example, which class, which seat, date, time, departure, train, all that will be there in that passenger table, is it not? And now for every class, for every class, how many passengers are traveling? That you have to first make a count. Every class, let's say for every class, how many, I'm just putting in the chat box, how many passengers are traveling. This count you should take first. How do I take? That means what? First class. Let us say I will take a count how many passengers traveled in first class. If I look into that passenger table, I will get to know because there is a class in that. So I will get to know in that for every ticket whether they have traveled in first class or second class. Let us say first class is 29. Second class, I will sit and see all the tickets of passengers from the passenger table. I will get to know. Second class, let us say 89 people are traveling. Sleeper class, let us say 100 people have traveled. So which is the maximum now? It is sleeper class, is it not? So this is what we have to find out. So what I should write actually, you have to make use of a group by and having clause here. Without that, it is not possible. So I will say select class, count of, you can take the PNR from all those tables. Select class, comma, count of PNR means what? For every class, I have to count how many, PNR is what? It is nothing but PNR is representing one particular ticket, is it not? So I'm going to count the number of PNRs. So number of PNRs I'm counting means I'm counting the number of tickets. Number of tickets means assume that this is the number of passengers. So select class, count of PNR from all the tables wherever you are to access, do the corrections, the checking and all, and then you will have to write what? Group by class. When I do group by class, I will get this information. As to first class, 29 people have traveled, second class, 89 have traveled, sleeper class, 100 PNRs are there. 100 PNRs means what? It's nothing but 100 tickets. So what do we want? Do we want all this? We don't want all this. We want only that which is the maximum. So put a having clause on this group by result. So now I have counted for every class how many PNR count of PNR I have taken, because PNR represents one ticket. One ticket represents one passenger, assuming like that. Okay. So for every class, now I got to know how many PNRs are there, or rather in turn, how many passengers have traveled. Now I don't want all this. I want only the sleeper class 100. Correct? So I will put a having condition on this particular result. So group by class having this max of count of whatever. You have to put that. Are you getting me, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, try writing now. That is how you have to use. You have to use a group by and having. Otherwise, it is not possible because when I say in which class maximum passengers have traveled, of course, you have to include your date condition also. So, which class, how many passengers the maximum have traveled means first I should know for every class how many have traveled. Only then I can find out what is maximum. So, for every class, how many have traveled means I'll have to do this count. I hope you are all getting it. You are understanding what I'm trying to say. Now try, let me see someone. Okay, you can write something like this, but you will have to also check for the conditions which I have not done here. Okay. So PNR is anyway primary key of passengers. So I think that's okay. Only we are not using, I have not used any other table. You can write like that. Is this okay? Any doubts you are getting in this? Can I have some response from anyone on this particular query? Yeah, Darshan has put down something, select max of seats. Of course, I left out date, you have to include that. Group by P dot class. Why you have taken max of seats from that outer query as select max of seats? I didn't get that, Darshan. Inner query?
Instead of putting the table, I'm putting the result of the query, ma'am, to take it from that list.
All right. But every seat will not travel in the same class, I guess. I mean, that is also possible, no?
Yes, ma'am, but I don't know whether it works or not.
Yeah, I think that wasn't required, I think. What Kaushik has put P dot class, count of PNR, where yes, and reservation group by yes. That's right. But no, max of not PNR, max of count of PNR. Yeah, you have put that below. I saw it. Right. So that looks okay. Yes. But Darshan, I don't know. Max of seats may not be required, I feel.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it should be written. I think others, I don't know if you have written. If you have not written, please go through what is put in the chat box. It's right. What I have written is also fine, but I forgot to put the date and all that stuff. Date is very not important. It was not important for me, whereas, well, this was most important. Right, anyways. Kaushik also has written it, right? Good. All right. If no more queries there on the chat box, let's move on. Right. This is an ER diagram of an ATM system. Take a look. You're able to see?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. What are you seeing?
Ma'am, ER diagram of the patient.
Sorry?
Schema diagram of
Brain.
brain.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
One second. Now?
Same, ma'am.
Same. Okay. And I have to maybe I have to share it again, I think. Let's see. One second. How about now?
Yes, ma'am.
You're able to see the ER diagram of ATM?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
See.
ma'am.
Yes, good. Now, what are the, let us quickly see what are the entities here. ATM is an entity, bank is an entity, branch is an entity, customer is an entity, account is an entity, transaction is also an entity. And we have tried to relate all these entities through relationships. Okay. And there are a couple of multi-valued attributes, and there are a couple of composite attributes. All this you know now, so I will not go into the details of how this ER diagram is there. All right, so let us see if we can write some queries on this. Yeah, the first query I would give you is list the customers holding joint account in the SBI branch of Yelahanka. I will put it on the chat box. Yeah, my query is list all the customers holding a joint account in the SBI branch, or rather I meant SBI bank at Yelahanka. That means the branch which is at Yelahanka, SBI branch which is at Yelahanka. Okay, you have to write this question. Try write it. Joint account will come in the, for your information, if you look at the ER diagram, we have account type in the account entity. Are you seeing that? Account type means it can be a single account, it can be a joint account. That is what I have taken it as. Of course, it can be savings bank account and what is the other one? Retail bank account also. Well, I am not gone by that. I have taken it as single account and joint account. Let us also have, I think, we can also have a relationship here. Customer has, take that relationship also. Has is a ternary relationship here. Bank, branch, customer. Bank will have customers, bank will have branches, right? Otherwise, you cannot relate it. Select customer from account. What happened, Shadab? It's half, I feel. Select customer name from customer account. Account type is equal to. Where have you included Yelahanka SBI branch? Darshan. That should come in your where conditions. Means what I'm trying to say is the branch name is Yelahanka, bank name is SBI. I hope I'm clear on that. Yeah. While you write, you can answer your attendance. Anaga,
Yes, ma'am.
Abhilash, Akin, Akhil, okay, Akrut, Anusha,
Yes, ma'am.
Aravind,
Yes, ma'am.
Arifullah,
Yes, ma'am. Still present.
Priyanka,
Present, ma'am.
Bhargav.
Yes, ma'am. You didn't comment.
Yeah. He's absent, huh?
Present,
Bhargav.
ma'am. Bhargav present.
Okay, okay. Rahmatullah,
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra,
Present, ma'am.
Vandana,
Present, ma'am.
Charan, Charan, Darshan,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Present, ma'am.
Dakshayani,
Present, ma'am.
Kishan,
Present, ma'am.
Harshit, Hema,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Uma, Jayant,
Present.
Present, ma'am.
Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
Kaushik,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi,
Present, ma'am.
Lavanya,
Present, ma'am.
Manish,
Present, ma'am.
Manoj,
Present, ma'am.
Mohit, Naval,
Present, ma'am.
Navya,
Present, ma'am.
Akin,
Present, ma'am.
Mindra,
Present, ma'am.
Warren,
Present, ma'am.
Pooja,
Present, ma'am.
Purnima,
Present, ma'am.
Raman, Rashmi,
Present, ma'am.
Rupak, Sai Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Sameer,
Present, ma'am.
Dosh,
Present, ma'am.
Sadar,
Present, ma'am.
Charan, yeah, Charan, Shashank,
Present, ma'am.
Ethan,
Present, ma'am.
Shivani,
Present, ma'am.
Soumya, Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Sugandhini,
Ma'am, Vishnu present, ma'am.
yeah, Sushma,
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita BS,
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita U,
Present, ma'am.
Tirtha,
Present, ma'am.
Tripti,
Present, ma'am.
Harsha,
Present, ma'am.
Veena, Veena is absent. Okay,
Present, ma'am.
Veena is present. Alright. Yeah, okay. Sugandhini is present. Soumyashri is absent. Mohit is absent. Charan is absent.
Ma'am, Sharan present, ma'am.
Charan, hear me properly.
Ma'am, Mohit is present, ma'am.
Mohit. Okay. Charan is absent. Right, that's all.
Ma'am, Charan is present.
Hey, what you did till now? I'm calling your name from that time. Huh? Soumya Shri, she is present. Now she's putting. Yeah. Okay. Right. Somebody wrote the query. Customer name, account. Yeah, that's right, Darshan. Right. Okay, nobody else has written it, looks like. All right, that's it for today's class. Probably we can take a couple of more queries when we have time, or let us see in the next class. I may proceed with the syllabus further. Okay. Thank you all.